Okay. Hi, Greg Hoffman here, co-owner of Urban Pump Personal Training Studio. And today on this little video clip, I'm going to describe my exercise routine for today. And the reason why I want to do this is because we had our motorcycle accident. Many of our clients know this. We went to South Dakota a couple of weeks ago. And on the way back to our hotel, or where we were staying, we ran into a deer. It was not a pretty sight. Sharon and I both got banged up pretty bad. And now, today is actually going to be my very first workout coming back from that. And one of the big issues that I had, still have, is that my ribs really got bruised from the handlebar being jammed into me. And for the couple of days it was very difficult to breathe, much less lift anything more than 5 pounds off the floor. It's much better now. I'd say it's about 35-40% back. Still got a long way to go. But I did some deep breathing exercises and a lot of laying down on a biofoam roller to stretch out that whole area. It was painful to do it, but I did it. I just kind of instinctively did it, but what was ironic is that a client of mine who's a doctor said that that's one of the best things you can do if you have a cracked rib is deep breathing, because otherwise liquid gets pooled in the lower part of the lung, and that could lead to infection. But by deep breathing and being consistent with that, even if it's painful, helps the healing process. Well, I kept that up after he suggested it, and I still kept doing a lot of the biofoam roller work as well to really stretch the area out, and it's been getting better day by day. I've still got a long way to go, and I waited for a while to start my workouts because I wanted the signal from my body that if I were to do a light workout, it would actually be helping me rehabilitate and speed up the healing process, whereas if I would do a light workout, it would make things worse and prolong my healing process. There really is a fine line. So I listened to my body, and I actually felt like I got the signal the other day. I did some yard work, lawn mowing, and I was dreading it because this whole side and my right knee was really still tight, tender, painful. And yes, when I was doing the yard work, that all of those areas really flared up. So I did some rehab work, biofoam roller stuff, and all that kind of stuff. The interesting thing is that later on that day, about an hour or so after I did that, I started feeling a lot better. Much more loose in through here. I was able to take deep breaths without pain, and that stuck. So that told me now's the time to start doing a rehab protocol with my exercise program. That's what I'm going to do today. My big concerns, once again, are the ribs. I have either a bruise or a cracked rib here. I think it's bruised, because if it was cracked, I think it'd still hurt a lot more than it is now. So anytime I do any kind of pushing or pulling motion, if I get beyond a certain weight, it's going to be very, very painful. So I'm going to do some light work on that today, just enough to challenge it a little bit and try to get it to rehab. And same with my knee. The knee in and of itself, I have nothing torn, no ligaments torn, ACL, anything like that. I just tend to have a lot of sprain around the ankle, a little bit of fluid retention in the knee, but really along the outside of the lower leg here, where the tibialis anterior is, that seems to be real tight and swollen. And that's what it limits a lot what I could do with my knee. But once again, I think I'm able to do some light leg presses, some light work, and start working through this a little bit. So I'm going to experiment with that today. So the exercise program I'm going to do is a basic leg press, very lightweight. I'm going to do it with 360 pounds. I'm going to do standing pulls instead of pull downs, because you generally go with lighter weights with that. And I'm also going to be working on some balance and posture issues with it too. And then same with the dumbbell press. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do cable presses instead. And a big part of why I'm going to do that, once again, I don't want to over-exaggerate this area, just trying to get in position with the ball. But I also have the hand. I got some cuts here, so I really need to balance and just kind of be gingerly about how I'm going to go about that. Some core stuff, and finish up with some biceps and call it a day. So that's the plan. Today's the first workout. We'll see how it goes.